Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella. Thank you for joining me for this video. If you're new, please make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate your support. So today we're going to be watching Promise of a Wizard episode 10. So from last week's episode, the wizards, they were kind of like kicked out from the central castle because of the misunderstanding that happened with Owen and one of the military chief. So we'll see what happens next. All right, let's get right into it. So Shino is really upset because I think he was really into the whole aspect of becoming a hero and just really making a name for himself. Oh, so wants to go back to the church. You're going back to a place that don't even feed you properly. I think he should be more worried about himself, honestly. It was all the Northern Wizard's fault. They're right behind you. He's lying. He must have had someone he cared about. But maybe they aren't there anymore. I mean, clearly there's conflicting views within the group, but still, I think if they're able to come together, then this would make it so much more easier. Everybody is just leaving. They just want to go back to their own countries and do their own stuff. What is Oz supposed to say in this type of situation, right? Exactly. I can't make you all believe in the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like people are free to think however they want. That's a bit sad to say. Why do I feel like all of them want to belong, but because of what has escalated in the past, it's hard for them to believe that they can belong. I think they can learn from each other, honestly, because their views are so different. Right, exactly. I think if they are able to see that humans aren't so different from the wizards, then maybe there's a chance. Of course, that wasn't the case.
俺と同じだ。役目を背負ってここの魔法使いたちは生きてる。笑いながらずっと悩んでた。期待されてないのに活躍することに意味はあるのか。に立って褒められれば本当に幸せになれるのか。誰が俺を必要としてくれるのか。あいつらも見つけられないんだと思う。だから
Bradley.
せめて俺は
Oh, there's Owen.
あいつらの友達になりたい。
I want to be a place where they can
責
find
任を問われるばかりじ
themselves.
ゃ。で俺くらいは
So basically,
あい
he
つらに
wants to
気
be
に
a
すんなよ。
guide
よ
for
くや
the
ったじゃないですか
wizards
って言える友達でいたい。
and their friend.
一休みしてまた
That's really deep. Oh, is she crying? I know she wants to help them. It's such a huge responsibility.
ネロ
Yeah, exactly. What's the point of going back to a place that can't even bother to feed you?
パンプディングだ。
Oh, I bet he's never had that before.
カリカリでふわふわの甘いやつ。美味しそう。
Yeah, he's missing out on life. And he's still a kid.
楽しい夢を見て眠ればいい。
What's the point of going back to the church? Like, why?
僕はネロと過ごす時間が好きですよ。くじは僕にとっていつも
They're all the same. I think a lot of these wizards, they're like, oh, I don't like humans, or I don't get along with you guys, or I want to be alone. But deep down inside, they all want to still feel a source of like connection. Yeah, he was able to find out the type of person that he wants to be by hanging around with these guys. There's no point in going back anymore. Come on. Oh, so cute. Nero must be touched. Faust is like the lone wolf. He's like, I'm leaving.
だから気が遠くなるような長い時間頑固だな。
Everyone needs
昔から
someone,
真面目で
okay?
頑固だったけどね。俺が知ってる君は清純で人々を知っ
I
てるよ。
do believe they both probably had like a past together. Oh,
最後
he
まで
just
聞い
snatched
て
his broom from him.
こうするのロウンだよ、
I'm
ファウス
going
ト
to curse you.
君は奇妙な傷の正体が
He has
スノ
studied
ーやホワイ
everyone
トが
well.
いる
He's
スノー
very
様やホワイト
observant.
様なんていい加減の象
They're the
徴みたいな
epitome
も
of
のさ
selfishness.
だって俺とオズの師匠筋なんだよ
Yeah, isn't that
で
hard
も
to
君は
believe?
気にしなくてい
Since
い
like
よ
they're little kids.
不幸な少年たちの近いうちに死ぬんだ
Oh,
あと50年か
that's kind of sad.
がわかるって聞いてたけど
Oh, wizards know
本当
when
に
they're
わ
going
か
to
るもんだ
die.
ね嘘だまだ誰にも
Why
話
is he
さないで
telling
ね
him all of this?
君に話すのが初めて真剣に考えたんだ人と魔法使いが平和に暮らす世界 そのために君の力が必要だ
He's basically found a new reason to live.
魔法科学兵団申し訳ありません
Why does he look like he's possessed? What the heck?
ヴィンセント様お逃げください
Whoa, what is going on?
カナリアです。
Oh, it's
先日
Robin's
は旦那に
wife
お世話になりました。
as a
はい。
maid.
賢者様や魔法使い、お世話
Well,
係
at
も
least
い
they
ないって
have
聞いた
some
もんですから
people that are starting to turn a new leaf.
それだけじゃありません。
報告させてもらいたいんです。
それ
Wait,
は
why does he want to
私
keep
た
a
ちが
report
信用
of
でき
all
ない
of
か
them?
らということですか。
違います。な状況にいて何を考えて。
So
何に
basically
困ってい
like
る
a
のか
documentary or
みんな分かってない
bibliography.
んです。俺もそうでした。ラモンド様の発案なんです。
Oh, well,
内
you
緒に
look
して
at
おけっ
that.
て言われたんですけど、世界や俺が大変な時
Well,
に
it's
力になって
nice
くれたのは
that
魔
there's
法使い
some
だって。
people
人間は恩知らず
that
だ
have,
って
you know,
思われたく
started
ないって。
to
ありがとうございます。
be, I guess, like,
みんなも
started
きっ
to
と
like
喜
see
ぶ
the
と思います。
wizards and be grateful
はい。
for them.
水を見た。
Petals?
今度は雪になった。
Oh. Wait, what's happening? Is it Oz?
あの部屋は確か。
賢者様
レノックス。
There's
この雪は一体
snow.
ファウストの部屋から漏れているみ
Oh,
たい
it's
です。
coming from Faust's room. Wait, now there's
これは
fire?
何かの魔法ですか。
What's
レ
he
ノックスは
doing
見
in
たこと
there?
がありますか。
いえ
ファウスト、ファウスト。
Is he okay?
結界を張っているのかもしれません用心深い方ですから
どうしたんだ二人とも
Oh, what's going on? Wait, is he dreaming? Oh, that must be him, the younger version. Oh.
ファウスト様の見ている夢だ
Oh my god.
出よう目が覚める前に
Wait, this is normal?
そうか
That was
おそらくね
awful.
あの
He
子が
saw one of
最
his
も嫌がり
comrades
そうな
like
症
burn
状
at the
だ
stake, and
ファウスト
then
の部屋にあった魔
the
法は
fires were just
ファウストの
emanating
過
from
去な
that
んですか。
dream. That is
過去だけじゃな
crazy.
く願望も混じっていたそのせいでファウストに恨まれた
Because he left.
勝利は
Faust
目
is
の前
like,
だった
hmm.
魔法使いたちを処刑するとは思わなかった
Wait, Alec.
もちろん抵抗
Was
は
he
可
the
能で
one
した
that Lennox
ですが
was
ファウ
looking
スト様は
at
信じていたんです
in a few
火が
episodes
つけられ
ago?
るその
I
時
remember
ま
in
で
the castle, it was like a
自分
portrait,
の
and
奇
he
妙
was
な
talking
傷を
about
知ったら
how
ファウストは魔法
he
社から出てい
executed
く
his
と言う
wizard friend.
レノックスもそれでいいん
Wait,
です
could
か。
this also be
俺
the
は伝えて差し上げてほしい
the sickness that
たとえフ
he
ァウ
was
スト様
talking
が
to
魔法
Faust
者を
about
得
in the
ることになっ
beginning?
てしまって
So then it's better to let him know.
ファウストがここに残ってくれるのならどうか考えてみてください。
どうして僕に話した。
あなたに隠し事をしながらあなたの知識や魔力を頼るような
Yeah, it's
駆
better
け
to
引き
be
みたいな
honest
こと
with
はした
him.
くないです。ここに残ってほしかったんです。
わかった。ここに残ろう。だが、夢が外に溢れないように強い結界を張りたい。そのための媒介を取りに東に行く。しばらくの
Oh, so
間
he's gonna
留守に
get
する。
stronger
構わないか。
to be able to
もちろんです。
create that
あ
barrier.
りがとうございます、ファウスト。
ずっと僕を探していたのか。
各地を放浪し
I
ました
didn't see in the imagery, but was Lennox part of the group?
そうか。すまなかったな。
愛することができました
I guess maybe when he was
今度こ
younger,
そ
he had
地の
crossed
果てまで
paths
付き合い
with
ます
Faust.
媒介を探すだけだ。あるまいし。
Yeah, and I guess he was once his mentor.
僕も昔、ある人間に信用。そ
A
してバカ
certain
を見た。
human.
君もバカを見るかもしれないよ。僕はこのまま。
それでも私はあなたがここに帰ってくるのを 信じて待っていたいです。
You
いっ
just
てら
need
っしゃ
one
い、
person
ファ
to
ースト。
believe in you.
横にですか？
Everybody's
復興
leaving.
作業も途中でしたし、中央の皆さんの
出されたら。
日も経ってい
They're
るし
going
大
back
丈
to
夫だ
the
よ。
Central
南
Kingdom.
の魔法
Isn't
使
that
い
a
はあまり
risk?
警戒されないしね。
僕も兄様たちと一緒にみんなのお手伝いをしたいです。
に立つことができるのか。
Also, he's
自分
not
の
going
力を
back to the
試したいんです。
church. That's good.
俺も一緒に行ってやるよ。復興作業の手伝いだ。
Oh, what
も
do
ち
you
ろんお医者目当て
know?
だけどな。
たのに、
Ha ha
やっ
ha.
ぱり皆さん根は優しい方たちなんですよ。ね。
You better not be causing any trouble.
寝つきが良くなるハーブをお持ちしましょうか。
何の用ですか？
あの子に預けたものを引き取ってき
Oh,
ます。
the child with the what is it? I think the moon spear or
って
something.
子にあったんです。
ほう、知りませんけど。彼女も好きだったな。あなたがこの世にいないなんて。
Yeah,
ま
I
だ信じ
think
られませんよ。大魔女チレッタ。
great witch. Great sage, great witch.
気をつけて。
That's interesting.
やつしかいない。
Oh, is it
ど
Owen?
こにいるんだ？
But he was there before.
応援出てこい。
What's
こ
going
こで待っ
on?
ていろ。出てこい応援。騎士様だ。
Hmm?
僕を助けに来てくれたの。
Wait, what's going on? Wait, was this the kid from before?
これは俺のものだ。
The moon spear?
楽しませてくださいよ。
Oh.
賢者様。
No way, was he planning something against them? All right, guys. So that was episode 10 of Promise of a Wizard, and actually that was quite interesting. Not much action, but definitely there was like character development and plot development. So with the characters, for example, Rickid, I like how he has grown from when we first saw him. In the beginning, he was basically, just like from the church, basically grew up in a very sheltered lifestyle, didn't have much exposure and experience to everything, didn't even know how to, I guess, like get along with people. And now it's nice to see that he is genuinely making friends and connections, and he has things to like look forward to. Like he loves like Nero's cooking, so that's great. He's like experiencing the world through like food. And then also he's become quite close friends, with like Mathilde, who I'm assuming is probably around his age as well. They're both like the kids in like the group. So it's really nice to see that. So he doesn't have to feel like he's alone, because I remember in the beginning he did not want to he was not crazy about the idea of like being one of the great sages, wizards. Like he wanted to get rid of his mark and everything, but it seems now he's turning a new leaf. He's learning to accept the new circumstances as it is. Um we didn't get to see much of Owen in this episode, but we do know that in the previous episode, Owen is suffering a bit from memory loss. So I don't even know what that is supposed to like mean for him? Like, does it mean that like certain times he doesn't remember what he did or things of that sort? So it's hard. It's I think we kind of need like more closure when it comes to that. Maybe they'll explore that in the next episode. We did see him appear, in the very end of this episode, but I don't know. Something seemed different. Was he younger or something? I don't know. It's just like yeah, I was like, "Wait." I was like, "Something's off," but I don't know what it is. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Surprising to see, I mean, well, actually, I am glad we got a little bit more intel about Faust, because I think up until now we didn't really get much of a backstory about him. We just knew that Faust and the doctor, they knew each other, they had some history, and they don't exactly, get along. But now I think we kind of see why, because I think at one point they were on the same team together. It was that flashback, that really quick flashback. And yeah, I guess this explains why Faust just doesn't trust humans, because the last human he trusts, they like burned his friend on a stake. And that is that's like traumatizing, that's like traumatizing. And the fact that when he has these dreams, these emotions, these feelings, it translates into like the room, like it manifests in physical form. That's why he has to keep like a barrier up to protect his dreams. I was like, that is crazy. But I mean, this is also why I think he's one of the wizards that's like that's more powerful. He's among one of the more powerful wizards. That is why. But yeah, that's just insane. But it is a good thing that I feel for the sage to address that to him. And as I mentioned, I believe this was the sickness that the doctor was mentioning, like this dream circumstance that he is having. So I think it was really interesting, to kind of like see that. And I am glad that, she kind of confronted him about that and was like, no, I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm just going to keep this, between you and me. And I want it to be totally transparent because I want, build like this trusting relationship with you. And I felt that resonated with him because like I feel with a lot of these wizards, like they say like I don't trust people, I don't need anyone, but actually they do. They deep down they all want connection. They all want to be seen. They all want to, I think, even like feel loved in a sense. But because of what has happened in the past, with like humans against wizards, they've kind of accepted that, well, that's probably not going to happen for me. Like, we're always going to be hated. I'm always going to be rejected wherever I go. So it's kind of like become like a normal to them. And the sage is like, no, I'm trying to like change that. I'm trying to bring them hope. So yeah, it's not an easy task for her. And we even see in this episode, this is probably the first time that we see in this episode where she really was like kind of emotionally baffled by this whole atmosphere. I remember in the beginning when she came into this world, she was like, what is going on? What do I do? And now I feel she's really taken on the role and she's learning how to become a good sage. But most importantly, she's learning, how can I be there for these wizards? How can I go beyond the duty of, just being that sage? Really, like, what they all need is a good friend. And that is what she is trying to be for them. So I really like that. I really like that concept that they've built for her. And yeah, what's a shocking twist at the end? Uh, well, first off, we saw like this moon spear thing in the last episode where they were talking about how someone was trying to, I think they said, summon like the great calamity. But then like the ritual failed or something, and then that spear was no longer there. And I was assuming that that moon spear was what the kid was carrying. Um, so I don't know if that is still the case, but something is happening. Something is brewing in the background, and I'm not surprised that the Northern Wizard is, behind it. I His name has just like slipped my mind right now, but he has this rivalry with Oz. Like he wanted to conquer Oz and just like be next in line, for like the throne and whatnot. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, it also looks like he's testing the sage to see how she is going to react and respond in this situation. So yeah, these Northern wizards, they're like unpredictable. I think the one that's probably most easily read would probably be Bradley. I mean, Bradley, he just like does whatever he wants. He's like, he flips quite often. He's quite rebellious, but then at the same time, you saw at the end, he's like, you know what, Southern Wizards, I'll come with you too. Let's go to the central capital. And I'm just like, oh, Bradley, please don't cause any trouble for them. Because I know like him and Mathilde, they're like, they're at like beef with like each other. So, but Mathilde's brother is gonna be there, so I think he'll like keep him in check. But Yeah, so it's interesting to see. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. I think the series does have 12 episodes, so there's only like two more episodes left. So yeah, so we'll see how this story ends. But overall, I think, the story this episode, it wasn't so much about action, right? It was more about seeing like character development, and then also plot development. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Please leave your comments down below. Do let me know if you're also watching this anime and if you're also enjoying it. And I will see you all next week. All right, take care.